standing in front of, like not in front, but he was like in front.
Yeah.
And that Joker was just like this, right? When he saw him get hit, he you know, you could see that he was like, and they were showing him because they were saying this dude's gonna be messed up the rest of his life.
And
that's the thing. And their point was, what do you think about these kids that are watching their classmates be killed and all of that? If you want to put this out there like that, and this is a grown man, how do you think these kids are gonna feel the rest of their lives?
Yeah.
If that man felt like that as a grown man, and you know he never seen nothing like that, and he's shaking and trembling, what do you think these kids are doing? And y'all don't care. You don't care about the fact that these guns are still doing this to children daily. These kids are gonna be messed up, and now some of those kids might turn out to be him and go up and want to kill other people because they so messed up.
That's a very good point, Bobby. One of the things that I often ask people when I talk to them about that is, what do you expect in terms of violence? When most of the movies we see, Mac, Joe, and Justin and I grew up on cowboy pictures. All violence. A 6-shooter shoots 37 times. And then we got the gangster movies when they came out with the automatic pistol.
Poor Indian never stood a chance, did he?
With the Tommy gun.
There you go. See, and even today, I mean, before this came on, my wife was watching a rerun of FBI violence, Law and Order violence.
I just finished the SEAL Team series. All 8 seasons of it.
And Joe living it live every day in Henderson.
Yeah.
How do we? I'm asking y'all, how do we expect young people not to be violent when everything they see is violence?
Yeah.
That's 100.
Yeah. What's that game they play? The war game. Hey, I don't play no damn war game. What's that war game they play?
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Fortnite.
Yeah, Fortnite and Call of Duty. Shit, Call of Duty, man. They doing some work on Call of Duty now. I'm down here in Army country. And I remember when I was going to these houses doing appliance repair, going into some of these guys' houses, they sitting around playing cards and having a conversation. And I heard them right in their mouth, man. Oh man, you know, they done been over there in the zone. Man, I just can't wait to get back there and kill some more ragheads, man. I just can't wait. Can't wait to get back out. I went to one guy's house, man, and he was sitting up with a screen watching I guess it was coming from drone footage where they was blowing up stuff. I thought it was a game, man. No, this dude actually had some video in his house where they had been running missions and just blowing up shit, blowing up cars, blowing up tanks, Jeeps, all kinds of shit, man. I said, "Is that real?" He said, "Yeah, man, that's real deal right there." I said, "I couldn't believe it, man. Couldn't believe it."
Yeah.
Absolutely crazy. And once you get it zeroed in, that's all you need right there. If
you might do it on a 5 day.
If the wind or nothing that hasn't changed, oh, you can make a shot like that. And I figure with this, when this dude hit Charlie, man, I figure he probably was aiming either probably right, maybe he could have been going here and shooting down, and that bullet may have dropped a little bit. He could have been shooting center mass too, Mac.
And came up
the way and it came up. So
yeah.
That wasn't a hard shot for him to make.
What I'm saying though, what I'm saying, you really can't believe what comes out of the
I know what you're saying about that.
You can't believe a lot of stuff that they say, and some of this information is coming out now, man. It's amazing because you also have to look at the first assassination attempt on Donald Trump. Now,
Yeah, it looked like
you believe what you want to believe, but this guy had the equipment, that everything, and all he
didn't know how to
shoot. Nip his ear.
He didn't know how to shoot.
Now, who says that?
He had all the.
Whose opinion is that?
He had all the games. He had all the games. He ain't had the right thing. This other boy, he was on. Hey, listen, I don't know where he learned to shoot.
Daddy.
But somebody taught him. And the other kid, I don't think he shot it much. This boy right here been out there. He been out there shooting some stuff from distance.
Yeah.
Long before he tried that one.
Well, you guys see the news today about this guy in Dallas taking out some ice thing. Right. Okay, and before they can get the bodies out of the building, J.D. Vance is on the TV blaming it on left-leaning. I mean, and that's just a dog whistle for a Democrat.
That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to start something, man. They're trying to start a war.
Yeah. But the next thing out of their mouth is you need to lower the temperature. But hey, you lower the damn temperature.
Listen, and I haven't heard a Democrat call anybody uneducated, dumb, low IQ. I never heard a Democrat say that about me.
Well, I hate to tell you this. Yeah, I heard Jasmine Crockett call MPG that.
Well, listen. Hey, that's not a lie though.
No.
Hey, listen. The other one be telling lies about it. That's not a lie.
Yeah, and that was on a specific person. It wasn't talking about a group of people because of their race, creed, or color.
Right.
He was talking about somebody that's proven to be guilty.
Yes, they don't have it. Just don't have a clue about it. But going back to Chester talking about who said something about Tennessee.
I said my son.
You said that's right. You say your son lives in Tennessee. You see the thing about the MAGA people going on the campus of Tennessee State?
No, I haven't.
Well, a bunch of MAGA people decided they're going to go on the campus of Tennessee State. I don't know if it was today or yesterday or whatever, but they went on the campus of Tennessee State and they got all the equipment and, they going out there and they, DEI and this, that, and the other. Well, the kids ran them off. The popo had to come escort them, help them get their stuff together. But I love what the kids did. Nobody hit nobody, nothing. They just shouted them down. If you went this high, they went this high, right? They no violence. They just shouted them down. The popo came and helped them gather their stuff, and they got on up out of there. But I'm saying that to say this is where that's the only time it's gonna get ugly with us. Right. You coming into our space. We don't care what you say when you're at, but you come into our space and trying to destroy our space. Now you're gonna have problems, and that's the thing about this ain't the 1940 black man. This ain't the 1950 black man, right? These black kids now, they educated. They're a little crazy, some of them. They not gonna just, you ain't gonna be able to walk up on them when they got the shotgun talking about and walk up and take it from them. No, you gonna walk up there and eat it. So, I mean, it's a different space. Yeah. So, but I was just proud that the kids just didn't get under they be saying, And the other thing I wanted to bring up, and I sent it out to everybody about the New Hampshire shooting in the bar.
Yeah.
Where the National Guard at? The National Guard ain't going with the violence. The National Guard didn't go in there and
wait a minute, man. They ain't got no black mayors and black governors up there. What you talking about?
But I understand that, but I'm saying it's about the violence. So that's
Oh, no. If
I
you
know.
believe it's about the violence, you better go back and read some books, man.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but it's about the violence. They violent.
Mm-hmm.
And this man up there, he cracking them up. He's shooting up bars and all that. Where the National Guard at?
Right.
We can't get the National Guard for that.
That's right.
But they ain't been in too long. Had another incident up there. What was that? That guy, I forgot who he shot up some bar or something. Then he was hiding out. They finally found his body.
Yeah.
It was up in New Hampshire or Vermont.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Where the National Guard at though? You got to stop the violence.
Right.
You got to shut the violence down.
And most of these guys that's doing that, Bobby, are mostly white guys, and they always try to say that we are the violent ones.
The boy said it on Fox News, and they ain't had him back on there since. And he said all this stuff is committed by. When you look at it, it's all by white people.
It is.
White men. Let me take that back. White men, he said. They ain't had him back on Fox News since. You can't come on here and tell the truth.
You can't do that. But we can.
Yeah, right.
But we can. The guy that shot the 5 police officers. I forgot what city that was in.
Wasn't that Dallas?
That's Dallas.
That was Dallas. That was Dallas.
Yeah.
Everything's happening in Texas.
Yeah.
But
I'm surprised they ain't in Dallas because they got a black mayor.
Yeah. Well,
till the day they haven't showed that guy's picture. You can look that guy's picture up. His last name was
that?
The one to kill the police officers in Dallas.
They did not show the guy's face.
Mm-hmm.
You can look it up.
He wasn't black or Muslim or Mexican. Okay.
The guy that killed the guy, he killed 2 Hispanics, right? He didn't kill 2 ICE agents. No, he killed one. He killed one.
I don't know.
They had a sniper today that shot at the Dallas facility, ICE facility.
Yeah,
killed one, but he didn't kill. He killed himself. And
they claim he killed himself. Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
I think that's just the easy way out. All right.
One of the things I wanted to share is that we are given a misimpression of urban crime being more violent than rural crime. Urban crime is reported on districts of a city, the limits of a city. And so you take 700,000 people in a city, and you look at their crime rate, then you go to rural America, and you draw a circle around an area that contains 700,000 people in a rural area, and you'll find that there's more crime amongst them people in the rural area
than
in the urban area. But see, they don't report that because they report about a city. But all you have to do is go out to a rural area and circle it, and you'll see, damn, these people do all kinds of things: robbery, murder, all kinds of stuff.
Beat their wife.
Domestic violence. Oh yeah, domestic. That has been one of the things that has bothered me for more than 50 years. Is that I went to studying this, and I was all wrapped up about urban crime being so terrible, but when you circle to get the same amount of people in a rural area, you see it's more crime. The real thing is, for me, did you hear the speech that the king made at United?
Don't talk about that, Bill.
I refuse to listen to it.
You missed it. If you didn't hear it, Mac, you missed it, though.
No, he heard it. He just don't want to hear it. again. You don't want to hear it again.
Hey, and I didn't want to. That's what I was talking about in the beginning. I didn't want to. I didn't want to repeat it. I didn't hear it in the beginning. I had to go back and listen to it. Somebody had told me about it, and I went back and I listened to it.
Wow.
And what I said was, you know, white Americans want to travel to these exotic places and all that because of him. And the one they love, as you say, King Donald. They're not gonna be able to leave their front porch. Because that's how bad people are going to dislike white America.
Was it worse than yesterday's Tylenol speech?
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Oh Lord.
Listen, with the Tylenol, we already know with drinking the Clorox and shining the light in him. We already knew he was dumb on medicine, right? Or I should say on medical stuff. But that right there, that just took it out. And then I didn't see it, but I heard about the escalator stopping on him.
Yeah.
Old girls get ready to step up on it, and they just said,
he wants to start an investigation about that.
Yeah.
An investigation.
Yeah.
The teleprompter didn't work at the UN, and
he wants an investigation about that.
He was hot because he didn't get the contract for to build the UN building.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, with that, teleprompter go out all the time on you, Donald.
Well, what they say, Bob, is that each person that spoke, it was up to that person's I guess the support team to have that teleprompter.
His IT people supposed to make sure that thing is right.
Right. So that was his folks that screwed that up.
One of his Secret Service or something that hit the switch on the escalator.
On the escalator. Yeah, it was something that some people that was standing ahead of him, with the backs turned so they could take a picture of him and his wife coming up the escalator. They must have hit a safety switch or some shit that shut the escalator down. So now he wants to have this big investigation, like it was conspiracy against him and his team, that the teleprompter didn't work and the escalator quit. I mean, that bitch quit just as soon as they stepped up to that thing. They said, fuck it.
She went running on up the stairs.
She went on up there, stepping too. Hey, Donald Trump, he could barely make it.
I could have fell and hit my head. Yeah, shit.
Yeah, he complaining.
Baby, that was
he complained the whole damn time. That wasn't nothing but a complaint, man. It was embarrassing.
I mean, it was really embarrassing,
man.
Because he was, he thought that everybody was gonna give him a standing ovation. Those people were looking at him like he was crazy, man.
When the Joker said he should win a Nobel Peace Prize.
Why you gotta ask for it?
Did you see the faces?
That's why you gotta ask for it? He talk all the time. He done stopped how many wars now?
Seven.
It ain't even been 7 wars, is it?
He stopped. He's zero, man. He has stopped 0 wars.
He stopped no war,
man. He wants to go back into Afghanistan.
Yeah, because they left all that equipment up in there when Biden was there. That's what he wanted to go back and get that equipment because it's money.
But what the thing you don't understand, that happens all the time.
Yeah. I mean, we left Vietnam. We left a ton of shit there.
For real.
They still riding around in that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The worst part of the speech to me was what he said about migration, which was totally racist.
Yeah, it was.
Oh yeah.
Damn, you guys maybe go look it up on YouTube tonight.
Look at it.
You need to see it though, Mac.
But
if
you're right, Colonel. That was it when he told the people about their immigration and all of that. Like, what are you talking about?
And look
your culture.
Look how
your culture.
There you go.
Yeah.
Then he went on and said, "Our people conquered and civilized the world." He's talking about white folks.
And look how bad he talked about climate change, y'all.
Yeah,
Oh God.
Good Lord.
Biggest con job in the world.
Wow.
but he ought to know. Hey, what they
Yeah, he ought to know about con, Bob.
he already know about conning.
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Yeah.
I thought that was the worst speech I'd ever heard a president give at the UN.
Mm-hmm.
What burned me up was that the media was talking about he spoke truth when he said the UN hadn't done anything,
That's why I
which
mean.
that dismissed what the UN has done trying to feed people in the world through the World Health Organization that he got out. He disregarded the fact that he's voted against the UN enforcing Proposition 42 against the Israelis.
Yep.
They'll never mention that stuff. But how can the UN operate when you have a Security Council, not the General Assembly? It takes the Security Council to act, and all it takes is one veto.
Hey, you know what I like? I guess his bitch kicked him to the curb, so now he wants to side with Ukraine.
Yeah, he actually sat down at the UN meeting with Zelensky and told Zelensky that Zelensky, you can take back your stuff now. This is the prime time for you to take back your land, get your land back.
Mm-hmm.
And that was all over the news
His
today.
bitch kicked him to the curb.
Mm-hmm. Well, he'll be all right until Putin will make a phone call to him and tell him something nice, and then he'll jump back on the other side. Man.
Putin ain't got to tell him nothing nice. Putin will call his ass up and tell him, you better straighten your ass up.
Mm-hmm. You think he's a Russian asset, Matt?
Exactly.
Oh,
There's no doubt.
there's no doubt in my mind.
Nah, mine either.
Mm.
Go get him.
I don't know.
Go get him.
No, you don't know, Justin.
Man, look, that dude. Man.
That guy right there is a Russian, Russian asset. He works for the Russian people, or the Russian government, rather.
I don't know.
I'm saying he works for the people.
Yeah.
Well, he damn sure ain't working for him.
Well, he was. Look how he covered up. He covered up the Russian file. He bought in Bill Barr. Bill Barr squashed that story because that thing was heading for disaster for him.
Well,
I told y'all that boy ain't his son. I don't think none of them kids his. I don't think he made nothing.
You know what? You might be right there, cause that boy is tall, ain't he?
That boy
shot up.
Well, the reason he tall is I believe the boy got Asperger's, which is
what's the mother taking some Tylenol or some shit?
some NS.
Mac, you red hot tonight, ain't you, Mac?
Hold up, though. He said.
They said earlier she had to stay home and because he was suffering from something, but they never would tell what it was.
Look, he said, what did he say when he doing his speech and he got to the word?
Oh yeah, man.
He said, what's the word? How you say it?
Yeah, he couldn't even pronounce it.
Yeah. So somebody whispered in his ear. Somebody whispered in his ear. He got it.
He can't even say it's to the benefit.
The reason they allow him to talk the way he talked, right, is because they truly know he cannot read. The man can't read.
No, he can't. He can't.
And that's a fact that he can't read, and he proved it when the what was it, the Dutch guy that was there, and they gave him the letter, and Trump he said, "Oh, you want me to read it now?" And he opened it up. He opened it up and he looked at it. Yeah, that's a real nice letter. And then he gives it back to him, right? He said, "Well, what do you mean, do? You want me to read it?" He said, "Yeah, go ahead, read it." Right? The man can't read.
He can't read.
I don't care if it's 2 words and somebody give you something, you're gonna take your time reading it. He look at it. Oh yeah, that's a nice letter. He folds it back up. Like, come on, man, stop that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a dumbass, man.
Yeah, he is.
I see it. He's a dumbass.
That guy's
Oh,
ridiculous.
and the reason the stuff about he don't want nobody to see his college transcript because he never went to college.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
The boy, I don't think the boy went past the 9th grade because he got kicked out of the military academy. Because they sent him there because he was too dumb to go to the schools in New York.
Mm.
He couldn't go to the private school because he was too dumb, so they sent him to the military academy, and he couldn't make it in there. That's why the mama said he was the dumbest thing she ever had.
Mm.
What is Asperger's?
It's a lower form of
autism.
Autism. Yeah, they can.
Well, I think they call it spectrum now. On the spectrum, they use several words for it.
Yeah,
You could be on the spectrum.
Is because my man's son has Asperger's, and the boy was this big when he was a baby, and now the joker like 6'7". No, but that's just
I don't know.
That's a Bobby.
Lester might be the boy's daddy.
Yeah, that's a Bobby Jones fact. That's not a CNN or MSNBC fact. That's a Bobby Jones fact.
Mm.
But hey, the boy looked like Putin, and ever since he gave him that soccer ball, I'm done.
Mm. That did it for you, Bob. That did it for you.
I was done when Putin brought him the soccer ball.
Well, he loves somebody to give him some gifts anyway.
Get it to my son. No, he brought it for the son. He ain't bring it for Trump.
Yeah.
Get this to my son. You gonna see him before I do.
It had been mentioned to me that he possibly had some. I'm talking about the youngest one, has some learning difficulties, and mention that. So that's why I didn't know what Asperger's was. That's why I asked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They can, they understand stuff and whatever. That's why you ain't gonna never see him in classroom. And they kicked that girl out of school because she told the truth about him. No, they ain't kick her out of school. They told her she couldn't be the president of the student body or something anymore because she told the truth about him. He probably go there and sit in the classroom and draw pictures.
Wow.
And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I deal with them on a daily basis. They're in the school.
Yeah.
Where they wouldn't have been, and you want to talk DEI, that's a DEI because these parents want those kids like that to be included in the world. What is DEI about? It's about inclusion.
What is Asperger's syndrome? Asperger's syndrome is one neurological disorder that belongs to a group of developmental disorders such as autism.
Yeah.
Asperger's is on the mild end of the autism spectrum.
Yes.
So,
I have another question to ask. Does anyone know what ethnic group or race is most impacted by autism?
It's Caucasians, probably.
Yeah, Europeans.
Okay. Is that why he came out with the recommendation that women don't use Tylenol when they're pregnant because it had been affected?
And
the reason I ask that is in my lifetime, if something was affecting just Black people, they wouldn't do nothing about it.
Like AIDS.
Right.
But yeah, and that's a very valid point. And right to this moment, I didn't think about it like that. But yes, that's a very valid point because when you look at the whole thing, wait a minute, we can't have these little white babies being messed up now. We can't let that. But Tylenol ain't doing it.
But the
It
thing
ain't
about it is,
coming, but
you
they-
ain't gonna see. You're not gonna see the statistics. You're not
Well,
gonna
but-
see the. You're not gonna see the surveys they took or any other tests that they took
Well, they
to
haven't done
come
any
up with those conclusions that you're
But they-
talking about.
because they
You're
haven't
not
done.
gonna see it.
They haven't done any. That's
They
just
can.
that's three fools.
It may exist.
That's three fools. That's three fools
Mhm.
that came with that.
Right.
Doctor
Don't say Oz. Don't say Oz.
Doctor.
Oz.
I'm
Usually Oz.
gonna just say Doctor OZ because he got an ounce of brain.
That's the thing about it. I don't understand these guys. There's life after the politics. That's what I don't understand.
But they don't see the end.
That's
Right.
what I'm saying.
They don't see
Right.
they don't see the end, and that's the point.
And you know,
And then you're going to say you got Dr. Oz who don't have an ounce of brain. You got Kennedy whose brain is ate up from all the drugs and the alcohol that he did in his life.
And the worm.
And then you got
The worm. Don't forget about the worm in the brain now. Go ahead.
yeah, that one too. And
Mhm.
then you got what you call him? Sir Donald, what you call him? King Donald,
King Donald the First.
right? His mind been messed up for many a year.
Mm-hmm.
So that dye and the paint trying so he won't look pale as a I ain't gonna say that word. So he don't look pale,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you got three fools up there, and you got dumb, dumber, and dumbest, right? And that's who they are.
Mm-hmm.
That's who they are.
you know what's strange about that?
They made movies about them early. They didn't even know we didn't even know we was gonna have them for real.
Yeah. Who gave us Dr. Oz?
Oprah.
Oh,
Oh Lord.
Yeah, Oprah. Oprah pictured him.
but you know what? I will say this. At one point, he had a little bit of sense,
At one point.
but
Yeah.
he lost it. He lost it when he started getting money. He started getting money and he lost it because the money went to his head.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then he lost his show, and then and then Donald Trump came along, and he found another bandwagon he could get on. He rode Oprah. He rode Oprah long as he could,
Mm-hmm.
but she wore out. She was a bad horse.
Right.
She-
Well, hey, look at the other one she created, Dr. Phil. Then she created
Phil,
Dr.
you
Phil.
took the words out of my mouth.
Yeah, another fool.
yeah,
Pure fool, man.
yeah,
You know.
yeah. Oprah,
He's a Trump man.
yeah, Oprah done helped us out a lot.
And look, somebody said there's life after they get out of that. But look, what it's about, man, it's one big old damn grift for all of them.
Yeah,
Now look at this the ceremony they had at the what was it, Arrowhead Stadium for Kirk
It's State Farm.
Farm Stadium. Look,
And
Trump
Glenn
was selling hats, selling all kinds.
Shoes.
That wasn't nothing but a big ass grift.
Did you buy your hat now?
hey, listen, you got
He was happy, man.
You gotta get some of them Air Trumps.
Man,
Damn
he had
Trump.
shit all over the place, man. He was selling.
Pair of them Air
You hear me?
Trumps, baby.
You hear me? What Bill said, what's that word y'all call it? Grift? They were grifting their asses off, man. If he sold all that shit, how many people was in that stadium? How many people?
Built to capacity. It was capacity.
And what's capacity you think?
God, they might be about 60, 65,000.
65,000. Let's say if
Plus
he just sold all that shit he was selling for
overflow.
plus overflow for $5. Shit. Come on, man. Damn.
And then
He
buy
had shit all
the
over the
shirts
place.
and the hats,
Yeah.
the hats and the stickers.
Yeah.
Put on the bumper of their car.
Yes, sir.
Look,
Yeah, that's a big ass grift for him, man.
I had to go get a battery.
He's happy.
truck
He's
tonight.
happy.
63,000.
What you say back?
63,000.
63,000 people. Shit, man.
Oh,
I should have
you
went out there and
talking
sold some
about-
shit.
You talk about for the Charlie Kirk thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I thought you. I'm
He would-
thinking about the football game.
No, he
Yeah.
wasn't there for the ceremony. He there for the grift.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Man, they stealing everything.
Everything,
I, I,
man.
I don't know.
The people that putting
He might be gonna hit on the widow too.
What
Oh yeah, did you see that?
is it South
Did you
Carolina?
see it?
Is
Yep.
it South Carolina, North Carolina that's got the Trump store?
Mm,
Oh yeah.
Is it North Carolina or South Carolina?
I ain't heard about
It,
that.
it might be. My son went to a mountain. I think the mountain might have been in Tennessee, but they drove to it and they stopped at a Trump store. And I saw it on TV too. A
Mm.
Trump store.
Yeah. All it sell is Trump million.
Mm,
Yep.
wow.
They like somebody said they were stealing. They stealing everything that ain't nailed down.
And look,
All those old lyrics that's inside
and-
of the White House in there, man. Somebody was the other just about a month ago. Somebody was just bagging stuff up, throwing it out the damn window. They trying to figure out where it was coming from. Somebody said, what was in those bags? Nobody never knew. They just taking stuff out of the White House,
Wow.
throwing it out the window.
And the way I found out about the Trump store, one of the comedians from Comedy Central, he went in one.
Mm-hmm.
He was looking at he's looking at the merchandise, and he was talking about how Trump always talking about it's buy American, and everything in there is made in
China.
Nicaragua and China and Taiwan, everywhere but the United States.
Bangladesh.
Yeah, Bangladesh.
Wow.
Oh, everywhere else, And he was like, well, the president's always talking about how this stuff is coming back to the United States. Why ain't none of it made in the United States?
Mm-hmm.
They put him out the store.
Unbelievable. Absolutely.
The sad part about the whole thing is this guy, like you call him Captain Chaos. Every day he's doing something. And he's making enemies all around the world. And we are just sitting here like sitting ducks. I ain't saying like sitting ducks.
Yeah, I know what you say. But what I'm saying,
that's the sad part. You have not too long ago they had all the other powers from around the superpowers from around the world. You had China, you had India, you had North Korea, you had Iran, you had all the other the major powers around the United States in one place, sipping on tea, as I say.
Mm-hmm.
And that is really, that's bad. That's serious when you see them come together like that.
Well, I want to share something with you, a belief that I believe is that what we are experiencing in our country under capitalism is something that I just framed, the idea I just framed. Unregulated capitalism leads to unregulated greed. And that's why they are getting rid of all the regulations that restrict capitalism, because they're greedy. When capitalism is a good system if it's properly regulated. But without regulation, there's never been a free market system in America. That's a myth. If you look at why railroads were built. They were built, and you follow what they did. They had surveyors go out and find where mineral resources and arable land was, and they would track the railroad through them because the railroads got a free zone 10 miles on each side of the railroad. So if I run my railroad right and I got I got free land 10 sides on each side of the railroad, I can become very wealthy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what? The system just is not working now, Bill. They, the infrastructure bills that they used to pass to rebuild stuff in the United States, it's just not happening.
Well, it's because and I think I've said this before. The people really don't understand how taxes are supposed to be used. Taxes are like a 501. Everything that goes in is supposed to go back to the people. Every dime. You pay that. That's to take care of the country. That's everything is supposed to go back into it for the use of the people. That means building bridges, building tunnels, building anything that they need to do. That's what that money is there for. It's not there to make more money.
Right.
That is not why you pay taxes.
Well, you build ballrooms on the White House. That's what it.
Well, yeah, you got to have that. If you don't have that, if you don't have somewhere for the man to do his thing, you know, you can't get there because he got to do his thing. Yeah, you know, YMCA. You know, he got to do his thing.
Well,
And but you know, like Bill said though, capitalism. You know, like you ever notice when Walmart comes to town, they drive everybody else out of business. You know, Home Depot, the little mom and pop hardware store, they can't live with them.
No.
So, you know,
Greed. This is greed.
What was it?
Yeah.
Ace and True Value.
oh,
So we're slowly but surely losing our superpower status, though.
yeah.
uh,
I think Ace and True Value are actually individually owned stores. They're not.
Yeah,
corporate
they are.
owned.
Saying even with that, the Home Depots and stuff, you know what I mean? They don't. The thing that Ace and True Value have that they don't have, they have that personalized service. Where
Yeah.
Home Depot and them don't have that, and a lot of people like that personalized service, and that's why they are still, you know, hanging around.
Well, mine gone.
Yours gone.
Yeah.
what I was going to share is that the difference between the two parties, from my standpoint of view, is that the Republican Party believes in trickle-down economics.
Oh.
You give to the rich and it'll trickle down to the poor. The Democratic Party believes what Hubert Humphrey said. If you put it at the bottom through infrastructure bills and that thing, it will percolate up. And if we look at Trump's first term, we couldn't get infrastructure done. Infrastructure wasn't done until Biden came in, and then all the Republicans
Take credit for it.
who voted against it took credit for it.
Yeah.
But that is a way that you enrich the people, and the thing that we have to look at is the income gap in the U.S. As the income gap increases, you lose political stability. A society becomes less stable. So these are some of the things that I look at in the future of the country. Is that the tax bill, the big beautiful bill? Who benefited the most from that? Was it the poor Americans?
No.
But Bill, I think the trickle down effect might work after the rich get their pot full. Some might run over the top of the pot and fall down. But until then, it ain't gonna happen.
So what do y'all think? What do y'all think is going to happen at the end of the month? Are they going to shut the government down?
As I tell them, I'm teaching this microeconomics. So you got micro and macro. What Mac just said, Mac was talking about the macro. If I tell you, you got $1 billion and your pot is runneth over, as you say, right? And I give you another $1 billion, you think you're gonna say, well, no, I don't want that. My pot running over now. He said, hell no, put it in there. Fall out, but I want it in there.
Let it bubble over.
So what do y'all think? Are they going to shut the government down?
Nah, they ain't gonna shut it down. They not gonna shut it down because they gonna lose. You're gonna lose. You're gonna lose even more than you already have lost.
That's what they said the first time, and it still takes. What you're saying is that it's still taking the same effect now.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because understand that it's gonna hurt more. You shut the government down, it's gonna hurt more red states than it will blues.
That's true.
And places like Alabama and Kentucky and West Virginia and Tennessee, they can't handle that shit.
Unless you are Donald Trump, and Donald Trump don't care because he shut the government down.
But he don't care, but that's okay. He ain't got to care. But that hey,
And he shut the government down.
every
I don't think they're going to do it.
as the old folks say, every dog has his day.
Mm-hmm.
Every good dog has too.
And Donald Trump gonna have
it's a tough vote because the stipulation that's in the bill, if you check it out, what the Democrats are really fighting for is for health care, that health care piece that's in there. They don't want the rates to go up for people that's going in that's hospitalized and stuff. So if they let the bill go through, you know, look how many people are gonna get hurt.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But they're gonna change that because this is the thing that the people complain about. Like they trying their damnedest to get rid of Obamacare, as they say.
Yeah,
Right.
they've been trying for years.
So they can't just go out there and just kill it. So they're gonna
chip away at it.
They're gonna try to chip away at it.
Yeah.
And that's gonna hurt them even worse. Because as you chip away, that's gonna take more and more people away, right? Because they're already talking about how some people are gonna lose it. People who had it are not gonna get it anymore. So that burden's gonna be left on the hospitals. Because they can't turn you away. So they're gonna have to start. The hospital's gonna have to start eating some stuff. And guess who own them hospitals? Yeah,
They do.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's who own them. So that's gonna be a whole nother thing. Because when they start losing their money, that's when it's no.
And medical care is another area that's we could use some regulation on, because it's out of hand. All the I don't know about there, but here, all the hospitals are one hospital. They own all the hospitals in the area, you know,
and the clinics.
and the clinic.
And think about it when the ACA hit the ropes, when everything started flowing. Look at how all of these clinics popped up.
Oh,
boom!
yeah,
it was popping
every
up
corner.
place, right? Now they're shutting down. All of them clinics popped up. They're shutting down because you got these hospitals now that are taking over the little clinics, right? Where it was like individual open all night, whatever. Now these hospitals are taking them over, and they shutting down. You know, they shutting down 5 o'clock. They close. You know, you go in there all day, but 5 o'clock, I'm going home.
You know, but the old boy, what's his name? Jeffries from the House and the Senate minority leader. They all tried to convince Donald Trump to sit down at the table. So, but he backed out. He's not going to sit down with them.
No.
And you already know.
He said, I don't see no use in talking to you.
Right. Because if the Senate, if they decide to shut the bill and say, hey, look, we're going to shut the government down, then, you know, that's his whole card right there. He wants them to do that. To say shut the government down.
Yeah.
That's what Donald Trump wants them to do.
But if they do that, like he don't even see. But that's the stupidity of him. He doesn't understand how much that's going to hurt him. And when I say hurt him, I'm not talking about him personally. I'm talking
Right.
about him as the quote unquote leader of the Republican Party.
I don't think he cared.
He don't care. He don't care about that.
But that's the part that the other people don't get. He doesn't care.
He don't care about anything but Donald Trump.
He don't even care to try to hide it.
Nope.
What he say? He done told him I like not so smart people.
That's what he said.
And what did he say? He said at Charlie Kirk Memorial. Who was that? Mac, you said you hadn't seen it, or did you see Charlie? Some of the memorial. I watched a little bit, bits and pieces. I didn't watch the whole thing. I couldn't stomach that, you know. But he said that he hate. Well, he said it before. He hate Democrats. He hates his enemies.
Hates his enemies.
He said that his enemies. Now, who's his enemy?
Yeah, said the wife forgave the kid that shot Charlie.
Yeah.
And he said, he stood right up in front of all them people and said, I hate my enemies.
She's better than me because I hate my enemies.
I can't stand them. That dude's something else, man. I mean,
wow.
It ain't, it's not funny, but
that's what I'm saying. It's serious.
Some of that shit, all you can do is just laugh, man. I mean, so crazy. This is absolutely crazy. He hates his enemies. It's unreal. Look, guys, look. 2 hours we coming up on.
Yeah.
Let me say this. Then everybody get another bite of this apple here. Bill, you brought up a book. You said that, and unless you want to mention it again, I want to look that book up. But mention that. Tell me what that book was. I think when we first started, you said you had read a book or was it?
Watch the movie.
Was that the movie about Shuttlesworth?
What was the movie, Bill? When we first started, you said you had watched or
was on PBS. PBS, the story of Reverend Shuttlesworth,
okay,
Birmingham, Alabama.
Gotcha. Okay, all right. I was doing some channel surfing about a week ago, man. I don't know if you guys may have seen this, one of those series. You ever hear the call Hell on Wheels? Have y'all you heard it, Bill, or seen it?
Oh,
anyway, I started watching it, man, and got hooked on it.
Is that about the cars?
No, that was about the Transcontinental Railroad.
Okay.
Yeah. But see, when I caught it, I kind of caught it in the middle, and I started from there and started watching it, and I think there's a lot of history in it from what I can tell. It's probably a lot of fictional and non-fictional stuff, but I think it's a lot of true stuff in that. But I had to shut it down, man, because I was finding myself sitting on the couch all day, just not getting anything done. So I'm gonna wait till it get cold, and then I'm gonna back it up from the beginning and watch it. But I kind of found it pretty interesting what I was beginning to see. Bill, there's a lot of that. Yeah, I mean, have you seen the whole series or did you?
No, the one thing that sticks in my mind about the Transcontinental Railroad is they say the Irish built it, but I think the Chinese built more mileage than the Irish.
Yeah, they were showing from what I saw, a lot of black folks I saw, and yeah, that's basically what I saw. A little bit of that series that I was watching, but I just want to bring it up and recommend if you haven't heard of it, you might want to check it out. If you one of those kind of guys like me, sometime I'll get to binge watching, something like that. But I mean, really, man, I don't have too much to say, man. I just like to come on, man, and hear you guys, talk about stuff, man. I learn a lot by listening to you all talk. I thought about Mac earlier this week. Me and Mac, when I first started this podcast thing, Mac was my first victim. And Mac, he's my first victim. And Mac brought up, showed me a picture of the house that he was brought up in. Mac, you got a picture of that house somewhere handy?
Well, not right with me. you know,
Next time we come on, Mac, if you don't mind, I want to show these guys, if you don't mind.
hey,
I
no,
want to show them where you come from. I mean, yeah, where you come from.
hey, you know, I got a like a 16 by 30 of that in my garage.
Oh, you do? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I mean it.
and
it
when I was working, I had it hanging on my wall in my office.
hmm
And people used to come in there and say, "That's a nice little cabin." There ain't no damn cabin, folks. And you
Hey,
know,
that's a
but
hotel.
then the reason I kept it there is because anytime I got down or feeling whatever, I
hmm
look up that picture, and it would bring me down. Said,
Yeah,
"This is where you come from, buddy."
keeps
You
you
know,
grounded.
yeah.
Keeps
Get
you
your
grounded.
ass in gear.
Yeah, yeah,
Don't let them get you down.
yeah.
Okay.
Next time we meet, I'm gonna pull this picture of Mac, the house that Mac said he grew up in. I wish I had. I do have a picture of one of the houses that we lived in. I'm gonna bring that picture on. Um, and yeah, it. I mean, it's just crazy, man. Like I said, I go back to this weekend again, and we rode through the town that I was born in and grew up in until my mom left my dad. And um, yeah, it's life, man. Is I don't know. It's
It's
I
real.
don't know what to say. Say
It's
what?
real.
It's what?
It's real.
It's real, man. And um, I don't know. I right now I don't know too much more to say about that, but yeah, it is real, Bob. And I just really experienced something this past weekend that kind of brought me back to reality. What I'm going through. I met with my doctor up in UNC last Monday. Had a scan. Scan was good. Um, we talked about, he told me about what could happen, which, I knew that, but he taking me down from 6 month scan now. Well, I just had my second year anniversary for having my surgery, and I'm in remission, still in remission. But we talked about what could happen, and not to expect anything. But we went from 6 month scans down to a year now, which kind of gets me a little bit apprehensive. Um, to sit around and wait a whole year to have a scan done. Uh, but and that kind of put me in another state of, I won't say worry, because and then it's nothing to worry about, because if anything happens, I'll just have to deal with it. But anyway, that's all I got to say for now. Uh, Joe, you got something, man? You wanna take the last bite of this apple?
Yeah, I ain't got a whole lot to say, man. I did a lot of listening. I heard some real good stuff out of the panel tonight, and stuff I could take with me. And you know, I'm hoping that everybody, whatever comes out of this mouth of mine, somebody could pick up on something that help inspire them,
Mm-hmm.
uh, because that's what it's all about. One helping the other, to go through this thing we're going through, because this is it's a crisis, right now. And
Yeah.
what I think about a lot is about the people that are out there that are suffering, that and I used to be out there one time myself, working with kids and stuff, and punching that clock every day, and uh and work, from check to check, you know, get your check sometime and you ain't got nothing left over. I've been there, and
Mhm.
I know, and it's even harder now, than when I was going through it. How
Mm-hmm.
some of these people can, they got little kids that need to go to the, get health care, and then they have their needs, and then the rents and stuff is so high, and the food is high, and it's just frightening to see, our people, you know, having to
Mhm.
go through this right here.
Yeah.
But you know, this too will pass.
It will.
You know, it to me it makes you stronger. Uh, you know, when you go through adversity like this, you know,
Mhm.
and don't get me wrong, this is a constitutional crisis. That's what
Mhm.
we're going through right now.
Yeah.
Because this guy has 3 years and 4 months left,
Mhm.
and he's already talking about he's already talking about going for a third term.
Mhm.
That's been going around today. You know, they said it's in the Constitution, da da da, but you know you can't never count the guy out.
Right.
You know, because he will find a way because you know to get whatever his agenda accomplished, he'll find a way. You
Mhm.
know, and even with the fact that you know right now we're waiting for the Supreme Court to come up with what they're gonna do with these tariffs that he's already, and everybody and everyone around him, he's cut it down so that nobody can talk about it. If it comes out bad, if the numbers come out bad, he'll find a way to try to attack black people.
Mhm.
He ain't even looking at the white folks. Well, he did go after Powell,
Mhm.
but all this stuff you guys already know, so I ain't even going into that no more. I just look forward to coming in here and just and have a releasing point, because of all the stuff that happens during the week that that nothing happens that we if you're like me, nothing happens that you don't know something about it.
Mhm. Yeah.
Something that he does, something about it
Mhm.
when he does it because of the media.
Right.
And I'm like Mac now. I'm trying to back away from that because the only time I like to watch it is around 10 o'clock and 7:30. Excuse me.
Mhm.
But anyway, guys, it's a pleasure to be here with y'all.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you coming on, Joe. Keep hanging in there with us, man. Bobby Jones. Bobby.
I'm good, man. Like I said, I'm like everybody else. I actually, after we do our thing, I actually talk to people about things because it's a lot of things that we talk about that you don't hear every day, and you getting different perspectives where it's not that somebody believes this or believes that, but you take everything and put it together, and you got a story.
Mhm.
I know in the beginning you talked about how you had people coming on calling you racist and this, that, and the other.
Mhm.
That's because they didn't hear the message. They already had a thought.
Mhm.
And I often ask people, which is better, a closed mind and open thoughts, or open thoughts and a closed mind, right? And if your mind is closed but your thoughts are open, that means that you can really get some stuff. But if your mind ain't and your thoughts are what they are, nobody can tell you any different. And that's why we're in the position we're in with this guy at 1600.
Yeah.
Because the people that believe in him, you can't tell them any different because they don't want to hear anything.
Mhm.
They don't want to hear another side. They don't want to hear that, there's logic to this. This has a little sense. This doesn't have any sense. This is logical. This is not logical. They don't want to hear that. It's what they believe. And the whole thing boils down to what we say all the time. It boils down to the skin color of the people that you against. It has nothing to do with anything else. They can say it's about the economy. They can say it's about grocery prices and egg prices. They can say all of that. but that's not true at all. Because a lot of this stuff didn't come out until Barack became president. And then he did it twice.
Right.
And it's almost like, you know, Calvin Peete. Calvin Peete was a black golfer. But you never heard about Calvin Peete. But when Tiger Woods got in there, it was a whole nother thing, right? So Calvin Peete played, and he was good, but he didn't get talked about. He didn't get the news. Tiger Woods got the news and everything. We can't have another dark one up in there. We can't do that. We can't, because when they get in there, they take over. We can't have it. So that's where we at right now, because Barack did it. He did it twice. We can't have another one. We gonna make sure that don't happen. Or we gonna try to make sure that don't happen.
Right.
They done kicked themselves in the butt with this one. If it had been another white man, it probably been all right. But this fool, they messed up. That's my go home.
All right. Mac Lynch. Give it to me, Mac.
Hey, yeah, you mentioning your medical thing reminds me of I had an echocardiogram today. You know, you guys know I've had a heart attack. But anyway, I think I'm going to save my story. And maybe the next one we go, I'll talk to you guys about 15, 20 minutes about my health and how I got to where I was and being thankful for being here. Okay?
Okay.
That's, and I'm going to leave the politics alone to you end tonight. I ain't going to get there.
All right. Okay. All right. Bill Jordan. I always like you to have the last word, Bill.
I'm going to throw something out that happened to me. I was scheduled for a dental appointment, and they text me messages, and I got this message on my phone to fill out some forms. And I went down filling out the forms religiously. And then I got down, they wanted my social security number. Saying, damn, why does a dentist need my social security number to clean my teeth? And then I realized, oh, this is electronic. And I was haunted. Y'all have to help me with this. I was haunted by, oh Lord, Elon Musk and his Doge people got in there and got into all these things. So I'm not putting my social security number on the phone for anybody but the Social Security Administration.
Right.
And all these other companies, y'all get these things, buy them from the company that says we're gonna digitize your files for you, so you don't have to have so many people in the office. Well, once you give them that data and you give them that social security number, you don't know what they're gonna do with it. So they told me to come in to the thing of 30 minutes early. So I went in to fill in the forms. I looked at the lady. I said, Miss, the reason I didn't fill these forms out at home was because it asked for my social security number. Now, if you're going to force me to put my social security number in there, the hell, I didn't say that. I said, I'm not going to be here for the appointment. Y'all can write me off and I'm gone. She looked me in the face. Mr. Jordan, you don't have to fill that in. I said, my gosh, that just confirmed why for me, and maybe I'm wrong, why I wouldn't put it in this telephone. And I wonder how many of our people are actually filling out forms on the phone and putting in social security numbers and all that, and they set themselves up for identity theft, fraud, and all kinds of things. Actually, you set it up for people can go through there and look at that and trace you back to something that you had forgotten in your life that you didn't want to be
Mhm.
known by everybody.
Mm.
So I just point that out is that when we fill out these forms electronically, and what the lady told me on the phone was everybody's going digital nowadays. We're going electronic. I'm just saying be careful.
Yeah.
I don't know what Elon Musk and his Doge boys did with all those data files they got a hold of.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing is that, given what I've heard come out of the White House and the Department of Justice about we got to stop these leftists and we got to stop hate speech. And for me, that means that it might be easy if you give out too much information. It might be easy for these people to come get you.
Mm.
And I'm a little bit nervous about that because Agnes told me just before I came down on the speech, for the podcast, she told me they have deported more than 1 million people.
Wow.
I just got that big.
Mm.
So we know that we have a government that is committed to doing what I call ethnic cleansing, to reinforce white supremacy and keep the white culture intact. And so, like one of the preachers said, he said, our ancestors built this country. Our ancestors built this country brick by brick by brick. And we should not put ourselves in a position where people who don't recognize us as human beings try to get rid of us.
Mm-hmm.
I look forward, I enjoy every week, every other week coming on.
Mm-hmm.
I learn from each of you. I enjoy listening to everything y'all have to say because it makes me look at myself and make sure that I'm clear on certain things, and I learn. And so I'm thankful, and thank you for letting me on. I'm
Yes,
complete.
sir. Appreciate you guys coming out and hanging out with me, man. I'll see you about in 2 weeks.
All right.
All right.
All right, fellas.
Have a good evening.